Welcome back to WJZ's special coverage of the rallies happening today for Freddie Gray.
Right, we're going to go to Rick Ritter now, who has the mayor with him. We're anxious to hear what she has to say about today's events, today's rallies so far. Large but very peaceful. Rick.
Yeah, Denise, well, we're joined here by Mayor Stephanie Rawlings-Blake. Mayor, we were just chatting a little bit off camera briefly, a complete 180 from what we saw earlier in the week. It's much more peaceful out here, people coming together. How do you feel?
I'm so inspired and encouraged by what I see. We have people from all over, not just our city and our state, but the country who are coming to help us to rebuild and to restore our communities from the devastating images that we saw earlier. You know, I think there's a lot of hope that in peace we can seek justice.
And you mentioned some of the devastating images were live out here in front of the CVS. Of course, this spot was all over national news. People who said that they use this pharmacy to get their medication and they have nowhere else to go. What's it going to take for this community to recover?
It's going to take so much. That's why my heart was breaking when I saw this CVS. We were just here as they were talking. They announced an expansion of their health services at this CVS. I was here talking to some seniors that were in tears. I will say that those individuals that need prescription services, they should contact 311, and they'll be connected to the health department that is working very hard to make sure that everyone has the health resources that they need. With respect to the economic development part of it, my team is working really hard with our federal partners and our state partners on an economic recovery plan. And my hope is that we will rebuild and restore this community to better than it was before.
City State's attorney came forth yesterday with a stunning announcement, as many are calling it, filing charges in the death of Freddie Gray against those 6 officers. What are your reactions?
My reaction was to instruct the police commissioner to immediately suspend them without pay. I am very clear that if you want to work, if you are a person that has service in your heart and you want to serve our citizens, you are welcome to come. But if you expect to be welcome here and engage in brutality, racism, misconduct, or corruption, there's no place for you in our city.
A lot of people have been asking about the curfew, specifically business owners who say they're being strongly impacted financially by it, certainly in a negative way. What is your message to them? Commissioner Anthony Batts, he touched on it a little bit on Thursday, saying we still need this in place. Can you touch on it?
No, I'm hopeful that moving forward after the curfew period, that we'll be able to get through the curfew. We have seen a lot of peace in our city, but I also know that there are still public safety concerns. I will say we're monitoring it hourly to see if it looks like there's, just to keep our ear to the streets. We want to make sure that we have the right public safety response for what's going on.
At one point, one of these protests is expected to bring in 10,000 people. How do we keep things calm, the complete opposite of what we saw Saturday night and Monday night? We've
done a lot of work all week with community groups, training them with the Department of Justice on how to be civil activists and make sure that they're able to that they work with us to keep the peace. We've been reaching out to the protesters, just begging for peace while we seek justice.
And what are you doing today? Are you kind of wandering through this community, just popping into businesses, speaking with people?
Yep, I've been here, I've been serving food at different places as well, just thanking volunteers for coming out.
Well, I know this is a real busy time for you, so I appreciate you taking time out to chat with us. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Denise, Lynn, you heard it from her. So many great things to see out here. This community that saw so much devastation and destruction. Denise, go ahead.
Yeah, before we lose the mayor, has she left?
She's right here. I'm sorry. Denise wants to ask you one question. Go ahead, Denise.
Earlier, Elijah Cummings told us that he met with her earlier today, trying to come up with a plan on how we move forward from here. Can she share with us anything that she and the congressman decided on, or what they're working on?
I will certainly ask her. Congressman Cummings said that he had spoke with you earlier today and that you guys have been working on a plan. Can you shed any light on what you guys chatted about?
Well, I've been talking to Congressman Cummings and the entire federal delegation to make sure that our financial recovery or our economic recovery from this devastation includes all of our partners. And we are very vigilant to make sure that we are seeking out any and all resources that are available.
Perfect. We appreciate it. Thank you, Mayor. And Denise, you heard it there. And again, what I was starting to say a little bit is just many people in this community coming together, and that's exactly what she's talking about in a time like this, an area that's seen so much destruction, so much devastation, people chipping in, hoping to recover from this.